So, what's your background?
I'm a Seattle native. I've lived in Licton Springs for the past 7 years, where they put in the first of its kind low barrier encampment.
For those who don't know what a low barrier encampment?
Low barrier encampment.
What is that?
So it means that they're allowed to actively be using drugs or addicted to other substances while they're living there.
Okay.
So they can be active users. They're also given needles for free, but they're not allowed to use the needles within the encampment. And so they go out into our neighborhood and leave needles everywhere. And so it's dangerous. When I do my yard work, I have to always look for needles now. It's something that I used to not have to worry about.
You're still dealing with that to this very, I mean, that's something
this is current. Yeah,
gotcha.
we've had to replace our locks. Cars get broken into nightly. My car's been broken into. I've woken up and 2 people outside my bedroom window ruffling through stuff that they had stolen.
Yeah. What about violent crime-wise?
My neighbor has had someone in her garage when she took her garbage out, came back, and there was a man inside.
So where are the police with respect to this? Because it seems like a free-for-all, essentially.
Yeah, I think our police are doing the best that they can given the current political climate. There's really not much they can do. If they're not going to prosecute people for property crimes, open drug use, theft, right, to feed their habits, I mean, then it just attracts more crime. Yeah.
But it seems to me if you're going to have a condition in an environment like you're living in right now at your house, where you have groups of people who pretty much can do whatever they want without any retribution as far as police enforcement, I think it only makes sense that, okay, well, if you're waking up the people in your backyard, you know, you probably, I don't know if you own a gun or not, you probably want some form of protection.
Yeah, I actually, after waking up to the guy next to my bedroom window, it's like, okay, well, it's now time to get bear spray or get my concealed weapons permit at this point. And
so was it that was your catalyst to really kind of start considering that up until that point?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in a pretty rough neighborhood, you know, and so the fact that I now feel unsafe speaks volumes to how my neighborhood has declined in terms of its safety in the past 2 years. Ever since they put in that encampment, crime has increased 103% year over year, and year to date has increased by 100%. Right, and so I mean that's a substantial. Like, that's no longer anecdotal.
Yeah, that's substantial as hell.
That's substantial.
Yeah. Well, what has to happen? Because it's like you can't enable it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so if you enable it, there are these sub consequences that come with it, and they start affecting very real people. Right? You don't do or use heroin, so why should you have to deal with heroin problems? It calls into question. It's like, so what? That line is that line. Is like, are we enabling with the needle distribution? Is it really helping, or are you facilitating, like you said, prolonged use to the point where they're complete degenerates, and then require their dependency on the system is permanent now? Right.
I have yet to see where enabling someone's drug habit ends with them not using drugs. Yeah. And to say that you're helping them, I mean, you're not helping at that point, you're harming. Yeah.